wanna know, where did we go wrong? Could we ever change this song into something?
It can be quite depressing when good things come to an end. And this, my friends, is the last bit of my sun-dried tomatoes from last season. It's an easy enough process, but it does take some time to finally enjoy. If you're new to sun-dried tomatoes, I encourage you to watch this entire video. But if you just want to jump right into it, I've left the timestamp below in the description. As always, I do appreciate you watching this video, and I would highly encourage you to give me that like, subscribe. I do these videos all the time, and if you so inclined, why don't you share or leave me a comment below. The last numbers I heard was 35% of Americans garden, and from those, 90% or so grow tomatoes. If you're one of them, some years you'll have more tomatoes than you'll know what to do with. My friends, enter in the sun-dried tomato. The ones that I'm going to show you how to make today are chock full of lipocene, vitamin C, vitamin K, niacin, fiber, and all sorts of antioxidants. You don't need any fancy equipment, nor do you need the sun. Just an overabundance of tomatoes. What type of tomatoes to use? Typically, Roma, San Marzano. They tend to have less moisture and more meat, but I've made them with all sorts of types of tomatoes, including grape, cherry, with mixed results. The main thing to keep in mind is that you'll be drying them out, so different sizes and different moisture content will have different drying lengths. I had about 4 pounds, and this is another 4 pounds of Roma tomatoes that cooked down to 5 ounces. And that's to be expected because I just got about 5 ounces. That's going to fill, and I'm going to stuff them in there, not super tight, but fairly tight, into a jar. This jar was the one from last year. I have some of the residual oil and herbs and all the good stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and reuse this, which is perfectly fine. But I am going to cook down another 4 pounds just so I can get maybe another jar out of it. That would be much better. I really do love sun-dried tomatoes. They're an excellent snack. I want to show you that this cooks down to this. So what do you need? Firstly, we won't be using the sun. Too many variables here. Time of year, humidity, temperature. I've actually done this and it took days. And to me, they tasted the same. So we'll just be using the oven.
Okay.
For the oven, check your lowest temperature. Mine will go down to 250. We'll need salt. This gives flavor and help extract moisture from the tomatoes. Herbs, get what you like. Garlic, oregano, thyme. Like a little heat, some chili flakes, jalapenos, they work great. Experiment, see what you like, what works best for you. Get some bay leaves. Something magical about bay leaf or two. Olive oil, life is short, buy the good stuff. And of course, tomatoes. Lots and lots of tomatoes. The how-to. You're gonna wanna clean, cut, and de-seed and remove any excess moisture. Place them on a baking sheet. I like to oil mine for good measure. Skin down and spread them apart so they aren't touching. Salt and spice them according to taste. Put them in your oven, lowest temperature, and wait. And wait. And wait. Now a little quick tip, place it in the oven before you go to sleep, and when you wake up, check them out. The tomatoes will have a leathery texture when done. If you use different varieties, you may have to pull some out at different times. The ones that are all done, place into a jar, layer with some more herbs if you want, and put a bay leaf or two in the jar and fill it with olive oil. Pack in the tomatoes and make sure that everything is covered in oil. Seal the jar, and once again, you will wait and wait and wait. You're going to want to give this thing a month at least. Have those tomatoes really soak up all those oils and herbs. And that's it. Easy enough process. It does take some time to finally enjoy, but it will get rid of that excess tomato harvest that you might have. It is a great addition to pretty much any dish, and it's easy. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe, and as always, till next time, stay relaxed and keep on living. Enjoy the sweeter things in life.
tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, and if I could buy,
Yo, squeeze one more.
I would be with you every second of my life.
Y'all take care.